I understand for a long while you kind of considered yourself a serial loser when
Yeah,
it
I
came to
stunk.
competing.
Well, I was distracted. I had no ability to focus or concentrate. There's a lot of things happen, and you remember those things and they sting. How it felt to come in last, and how it felt to, to always underachieve, and how it felt to know that there was always something left in the tank when I went to train. And I could have, I should have, why didn't I? All those regrets. And then when my mom died, man, everything just flipped. I decided I never wanted to be that person again. I was going to honor her in everything that I did. I was going to mourn her in the most healthy way possible, and that's by honoring her every day of my life. And I made a lot of really dumb teenage screw-up mistakes and all those things, but the main thing was every time I stepped on the ice, I really wanted to take advantage of that time so I would never be that person that came in ninth in the last competition she saw me compete in.
The 1980 Olympics, you've said before, is really kind of the best time you ever had competing.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
There's no pressure.
Okay.
You get to go and you're an Olympian for the first time, and you get the jacket, and you get to compete for your country, and it's like, that's the dream. To be an Olympic athlete is the dream. And then what comes after that, when you're expected to win, is hard. It's like, it's almost, it's cumbersome. It's oppressive. It's, it's the monkey on your back. It's like, how do I actually do this? And the pressure is enormous. So when you're a tourist, it's way more fun, than having, like I always think it's way more fun to go to Washington and see the sights than it is to actually work there. It's like, it's tough. And so for me and for most athletes, you go to that first Olympics and it's like, wow, that was fun.
And this kind of ties into that. When you started winning a lot in '81, why was it hard for you to take?
Well, I remember when I was accepting the gold medal at the World Championships, I'm standing on the podium and I'm looking around going, holy cow, this is the lowest point in skating history if I'm its champion. Because I always had that World Championship title on such a pedestal that it would be never anything that I could achieve. And then once I did, I was like, two things. One, I'm not worthy of this because it's way bigger than I am. And two, if this is the position I'm in, I better get on my horse. I gotta live this thing. I've gotta be the image I had of what a world champion is, and it drove me absolutely insane.
How so?
Because I just put so much pressure on myself. I didn't even like going to the rink because I was afraid I wouldn't skate to the level that I needed to honor that role or that position that I'd been put in by winning the world championship. And it was, I kind of limped through that year. My coach managed me perfectly, allowed me to have my freak out moments, all those things that, it was just the enormity of that title, and knowing that I had 4 years or 3 more years before the Olympics. And it was, how am I going to do this? I mean, ultimately the Olympics is everything. And then I got to my second world championship, and some things happened throughout the competition where it went well. So in that competition, it wasn't about it being a world championship with a fanfare and everything. It was more about it's just another competition, and these are the guys that I'm going to be competing against for the next 2 years. How do I beat them? How do I stay ahead of them? And so it was that whole different, now I was not freaked out by the world title, it made me hungry.